The treatment adaptation from the text to a film or video game. We didn't do too much with this during the semester. Did a little bit of experimenting with it, but if you want to give it a try, yeah, by all means, go ahead. So what you would be doing, you'd be writing a 10-point narrative outline, sort of 10 short paragraphs, where you would be uh, illuminating how you could adapt the text into a different form, either a film or a video game. So the key here is making the argument for why you would do it in the first place. So just to speak to some issues here, so a lot of times when people do this topic, they just their premise is, well, if it's a film or a video game, it reaches more people, so therefore it will be just as effective as a text in critically mediating difficult and complex ideas. Well, I'm not so sure about that. In fact, I would say you know, the record of film and video games in terms of such critical engagement isn't always that good. That critical video films, especially blockbuster films and blockbuster video games, have a tendency to reduce to the lowest common denominator, and basically to the point where they've just totally rendered the original text pretty much null and void, I would say. So you want to be careful with that. You want to give a better argument for adaptation than film and than the idea that everyone watches films or plays video games. It's got to be a better argument of that. It should be an argument that's based on structure, that something that reading doesn't allow us to critically do, that Nietzsche's idea or ideas are so complex or complicated that they need a different type of generic reality to fulfill that. So make sure that you keep that in mind. And it's not just an easy, you just don't want to render it in, say, here's my film version, here's my adaptation. You have to talk about the benefits um, and advantages and disadvantages, things that will be gained in the adaptation, but also things that will be lost in the adaptation. Okay, so that's the key there. Okay, so in the next part, I'm going to go over just some of the things I already talked about in class, but look at the text one more time.